Hi, welcome to my channel. This video is a complete beginner's guide to WordPress. Before we get started, what is WordPress? And this video will be covering everything about WordPress, how to get your domain name, how to get your hosting, and how to install WordPress, and then introduction to WordPress. Now, WordPress is a free and open source content management system used to build and manage websites. Now, why WordPress? Of course, there are other site builders that you can use out there, but three of them, there are a lot of them, but three of them is ease of use. WordPress is very easy to use. Secondly, WordPress powers around 43.6% according to latest research of all websites on the internet. So this is powering almost half of the websites on the internet, and also the extensive customization. So when you consider WordPress, you're also considering all of this advantage. Now let's get started. When you want to get install WordPress, the first thing you want to do is to get your domain name and also get your hosting before you install WordPress. So domain name is like, I usually compare it to your physical address, while your hosting is the land that holds your house. So if I go to an address, I should see the land that holds where you live. So the address is your domain name. That's what shows you on the internet. The internet is a vast place, so your domain name shows you on the internet, and then your hosting holds all of your media files, holds all of your properties like you're going to have in the physical. So let's get a name. We're going to be building for one of our clients, Chase Global Education. Now, Chase Global is a company that provides educational services to students wanting to study in China or the UK. So let's get started. ChaseGlobalEdu.com. Let's use .com. Now, if I use .com, it's going to show me that this is available, and then dot 11.28 per year. But what I want to use is site. I've gone ahead to purchase the site already, to purchase the domain name already. So it's going to show you taken. So this is taken. Now let's go to .com so we can use how to see how to add them. So this is Namecheap. That's what I use for my hosting, and Namecheap, they are reliable as well. So click on Add to Cart. Now when you click on Add to Cart, it's going to show you Checkout. When you click on Checkout, trying to get a domain name now. Domain registration, 1 year. You can choose to increase the years, and to increase the years, the amount is going to change as well. Privacy, stellar hosting, and all of that. So I'm going to confirm. If you have a coupon code or a promo code, you can put it here. So I'm going to confirm the order. Now when I confirm the order, it's going to bring me here if I'm a new user. But if I have an account already, I can log into my account and then continue. So for this video, I'm going to be logging into my account so that I can continue from there. But if you're just starting out, you want to create your account here, put in your name, put in your password, you confirm the password, put in your first name, the last name, and then your email address. Then you create the account and continue. So I'm going to log in. I'm going to sign in. So once you create your account, you're now brought to as a signed in user to Namecheap. Then go to the dashboard. Go to your dashboard. There you're going to see all of your information, right? You're going to see your domain. These are the domain lists that I have. So I told you I've already purchased the chaseglobal.site. This is this one here, chaseglobaledu.site. So we're going to use this one. So after getting your domain name, what's the next thing? You want to get your hosting. Click on hosting here. When you click on hosting, you see all the options available, and then you go to shared hosting. Choose your hosting, shared hosting. Now these other ones, they mean different things, and of course you can read them here. Be your own boss by reselling. So this for those who want to buy in bulk, right, and then resell. We could use WordPress hosting, but for now like to use shared hosting. So shared hosting, then you can check all of these features out. Stellar 1.98 per month, and you pay 22.88. Domain name 1, you can read all of these 3 websites, so you can choose the one you want. Domain name, unlimited websites. And then for now I'm going to go with this one here, unlimited websites. And then I'm going to see, you see domain name connection, so it's telling you to connect your hosting to your domain name. Now if I have not created an account or created a domain name before, or purchased a domain name, then I'm going to do that here by clicking on new domain name, and then I come here to search for my new domain name. But since I have already existing domain name, your Namecheap is going to appear here, which is chaseglobaledu.site. So I'm going to, if I do this and I click on connect to hosting, it's going to add to cart, and then I can now continue add to cart. And then I'm going to do the same payment process that I did for the other. So Stellar Plus 1 year, and then I'm going to confirm order. So it's going to bring me back to where we were for the when we're trying to purchase the domain name. And I'm going to put in my card, put in all of your details, and then continue. If you continue, it's going to bring you to order. And when it brings you to order, you can now continue and then click to pay now. So I've already done my hosting, so all of this is how you get your hosting and also your domain name. Now when you're done with that, let's go back to the dashboard. When you're done with that, what's next? You go to your hosting list. Now your hosting now shows here that this is your hosting. This is now what you've bought. So all your hosting shows here, your domain name shows here, all the domain names you've purchased, they show here, and then your hosting, they show here, hosting list. Now I'm going to go to cPanel. Now cPanel is like the control panel that controls what you do. What we want to do now is to install WordPress on our site. So we're going to go to the cPanel, the control panel. So look for Softaculous Apps Installer. And when you're here, you can see other things here. There is PHP BB, there is Laravel, there is OwnCloud, but what we want is WordPress, and this is WordPress, the first here. So click on install, and then when you click to install WordPress, it's going to show you all of this. So all my domain name, they are going to appear here. So setup, software setup, I want to choose HTTPS because that's security, and I'm going to choose Chase Global edu.site, what I've created, and directory, leave it empty, and then site name, you can just site name, this is the official, or Chase Global edu education, Chase Global Education. Alright, so this is the official site of, this is the official site of Chase Global. So just something, a brief description. We can change all of this with time though. Admin username. So this admin username, you want to make use of it so that this is what you're going to use to log into your backend. So make sure you remember it, admin, and let's use admin. Let's just try to get admin at 1 2 3 4. So of course we'll know what they want: capital letter, characters, and numbers. Then with length. Okay, let's make it admin Chase Global. Admin Chase Global. So it's 100 now. Chase Global. I'm going to copy this. And then my admin email is set to admin@chaseglobal.site. So I'm going to leave all of these. Plugins can be handled later. I'm going to install WordPress. Now it's going to take, like you see here, this may take around 3 to 4 minutes. Please do not leave this page until the progress bar reaches 100%. So usually takes lesser time to complete. So we'll just wait for it to finish installing, and then we'll now see how to get into WordPress backend. Now this is done installing, yeah, and we can see, congratulations, this software was installed successfully. Now if you see, it's showing you that this is the site, and the administrative email, this is the administrative email, Chase Global edu.site. The difference is that there is an added extension /wp admin / which is WP means WordPress admin, right? And that's how you get to your backend. So this is the front end. If I click to open it, I'm going to see this. Like it's just showing you that this is Chase Global, something very simple. And then if I click on the second one, which shows me the admin, I can see how to log into my back end. And so let's close this and see. So for now, I don't need any of this, so I'm going to exit the launch. It's telling you what type of business wants to help you to create the layouts or to set up your website. So I'm going to exit that. Now if you've gotten to this point, it's a big congratulations, because knowing how to get your domain name, get your hosting, and also installing WordPress is a huge leveler, right? That's good knowledge. Then this is WordPress. So we want to do, this video is talking about introduction to WordPress. So we want to see how do we turn this that we have. So if I go to visit site, let's open a new tab. So how do we turn this into something that looks presentable, right? This is just something bare, something basic. And then this is the front end, then this is the back end. The difference between the front end and the back end is the front end is what the people see, and then the back end is where you control, is what you see, right? So this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard. So we'll just do a brief introduction. This is the dashboard. So welcome to WordPress, and it's going to show you some site health, quick drafts, and all of that. Now this is posts. Now what is post in WordPress? So post is where you make your blog article, so where you are making a post and it's going to show. So for instance, Mission Titus is a mission agency. It's a mission agency that mobilizes helpers for global harvest, and you can also check it out, and the link is going to be in the comment section below. So we're going to go to the blog. So when we talk about post, this is what we mean by post. All of these blogs that you see here, where people can make a post and then they upload to their site, all of these blogs, they are made from posts. Now if I go back to my WordPress, now you can see the first thing that shows there is hello world, because that's the first post, is the automatic post. If you click to add a post, how do you add a post? By clicking here, add a post here, or the top. So you can click to add a post here, and then it's going to bring you the interface for you to make a post. I'm going to close this, open for new pages. No, don't open for new pages. I'm going to close this. Now let's say I want to make a post. Why traveling abroad for your schooling is important. Now this is just going to be, I'm going to copy this and then have it duplicated. So copy, and then I'm going to have it duplicated as well, just to get something. Alright, so here we're going to have publish, bring this back, and if I come to post here, I can set the featured image. Featured image is this thing that you see here, either this one or this image that shows with the post. This is the featured image, and how we set that up is by going to this place here, featured image, and then click to set featured image. If you don't have anything in your library, it's going to prompt you to upload from your system. I'm just going to choose anything here, anything at all. Let's see, let's use this. So to prompt you to use an image to make posts, to update your posts. So now if I publish, I'm going to see, it's going to confirm your publishing. Are you sure you want to publish? Double check and all of that. I'm going to publish. Now if I refresh this front end, you're going to see the post that I just made. Now that's simple, right? That's simple. And then if I click to open it, I'm going to see more details about it. So this is the title, this is the image, and then this is the body text that I have there. Now if I go back, and then that's how to create a post. Now there's something called category, and category is like what helps you to make your post organized. So take for instance, we're talking about traveling to the UK and traveling to China. Now let's say UK, so that any post connecting to UK is done under this category, the UK, and then the slug, the UK. You can just put the UK anyhow, and then I'm going to add category, so that my posts are categorized and organized. So China. So if I go back to posts, all posts, and then I go to edit this one that I have here, to the right you can see currently it is uncategorized. It is currently uncategorized. So let's do this. Go to posts and categories to the right hand. You can see uncategorized now because I just added these two. You're going to see them here. So let's say I want to talk about China. I'm going to remove uncategorized. Now to add, you can also add from here. Now if I save it, let's see what was there before. Not showing anything before, but let's go back and see. Now you can see China. Now it's going to show you, if I click on this, all posts relating to China is going to show. So category China. So all posts that I've made on China is going to show here. So category is a way to make your post very organized. Now if we go back and look at the next one, that is tags. So tags is also like category, but tags helps you to bring similarity between your posts, so that when you go to tags, clicking on one tag, it also shows you all the posts that you've made. The same thing, you create a tag that way, China or study abroad. So add tag. If I do that, I can go to that all posts and then edit this If I edit this, I can add the same I can add a tag, add tag. I'm going to go to study abroad. This one I've created just now. So if I save it and then go to the front end and refresh, if I open this, I'm going to see tags here. So study abroad. And the same thing, if I click on it, you're going to see all of the tags that have study abroad. So they are a way to help your post be coordinated. Now the next one is media. The next one in the WordPress is media. So media, what is media? Media is what stores all your files, where all your files are stored. Your images, your video, your documents, they are all stored here. Now if you have a bunch of images, you're going to see them here. Now because this one is one I just uploaded, we are seeing it here. Now if you want to add a file from here, you can click on add media file and then click on select. Then from your system, you just add any file you want to add. So let's say you want to add this file. You can also add a video, but recommended is don't add a video directly to your site. Host it on YouTube and then copy the link so that it does not drag your site, because you're also trying to optimize for speed with your site. Now you can add media file from here or from here. Now let's go to pages. The next one is pages. Now what are pages? Pages is like this one is. This is the home page. The first thing that appears on your site, right? The first thing that appears on your site is called the home page. Now if I click on sample page, now you can see the URL. It's showing you shadesglobal.edu.site/sample page, right? So this is a sample page, a page that we created. Now let's see the pages. You can see the sample page here. Now how do we create page? Click on add page. Now usually you want to get the whole contact us page, about us page, and all of that. So remove this. So let's say the about us page. You just click it and then you publish. Alright, so if I click to view page, it's going to show me something very simple because we've not done any customizing. Now about us page, if I click on let's create the contact us. Let's create the contact us page. Contact us page. No, close. Alright, thank you. So contact us page, contact us, and then I'm going to publish. And then if you have other things like testimonial, just keep adding as much pages as you as needed for either the business or the client. So testimonial, and I'm going to publish. Now I have all of this. About us, contact us. Okay, for now that should do. Now that's how we add new pages to our website, and then if we go to our website and then refresh, we're going to see them appear here. So what we just created, now we're seeing them appear here. About us, contact us, testimonial, and then sample page. Alright, so if we go to comment, the next one is comment. So comment is if you go to your site and then let's go to the blog and I post. Now leave a reply. This place here, when someone leaves a comment, I'm logged in as the admin. Let's quickly copy this and then open incognito. Let's see what happens. Then I'm going to post, accept all. I'm going to paste. Thank you for this post. Thank you for this post. I want to see how comment happens, how it happens. I'm going to use my email and website. So post comments. Now when I post comments, the admin is going to see it at the back end, although it's going to be here in the front end. It's awaiting moderation. Now if I close this, right, and then I go to my back end and I refresh my back end, I'm going to see a comment, right, that I just made. So if anyone leaves a comment for you or leaves a comment on your post, you're going to, this is where you're going to see them. So made by Wisdom, made by email address, and then I can choose to approve it, right? As the admin, you can approve the post. If you don't want it, you cancel it. If you want it, you keep it. So reply, quick edit, and all of that. So that's what comment is. Now we go to appearance. Now appearance is what controls your site. So we're looking at 5 themes to use. There's a video we've made about 5 themes to use. You can click on the link above to check them out. So 5 themes to use as a beginner. What themes to use as a beginner? So now we can see themes, appearance, and then for now just to appearance and then editor. Appearance, let's say we want to make a very simple site, right? Something simple. We just don't want to have a lot of lag on the site. So something light and something simple. Let's use let's say Astra. Astra is one of them I use and it's very light. Add theme. So now it's showing this because I'm trying to search it from my existing themes. So these are default WordPress default themes. If I click on add theme and then I go to Astra, now this is Astra. Now if I want to install the theme, the same thing can happen for any other theme I want to use. If I'm going to install the theme, just to click on install. Also you can preview if you want to see what the site looks like, right? So this is what it looks like, something very simple. So if I cancel this and then I click on install, so the appearance like it is how your site is, or what theme is how it appears on your site. So let's see, let's activate this. Yeah, it's active now. So if I refresh this, it's going to change. Now you can see Astra gives it a different feel and a different look. Now what it was before has changed because a different theme now applies. So that's what theme does. Theme gives your site appearance. Theme gives your site the way it looks, right? So if I click on this now, you see it's quite different from what it was, from what it used to be. Now you can see why traveling, just the title, and then what we wrote, the body. Now all of them, people can leave their comments here and all of that. This is a very simple and very clean theme. So for now, for this video, we're going to be using this theme, Astra. You can also check out some. When you check the video, you're going to see some of them that are recommended. Block C is recommended. GeneratePress is recommended. So for now, that's what theme is, right? And then we're going to go to customize. So customize is what shows you where you can make some basic structure change, site identity. Okay, let's see this together. The global, the typography, so that what you use for the general typography you can reflect all through. So if I want to choose and change this, you can see the heading is changing. If I change this, it's changing and all of that. So this is where you change the overall font for your site. The same thing here with the body font, the header one, you can do all of that. Now the colors too, you can change if you want to use. It's currently showing blue. Now if I want to choose a different color, I can do that. This dark theme, and then all of that. This is yeah. So this is where you can change all of the color. This dark theme, I don't want to use dark theme. Let's use default, and then theme color. You can make all of those changes here. Container, buttons, and then the header. This header that we have here, this is where we can change our logo. So site title and logo, select a logo. If you have a logo, you can upload there. Then post types, but this is where we'll make general customization. Then the one I want to point out is site identity. Now site identity is where you put in your logo, right? If you have a logo, you just put it there. And let's see if we have a logo here. Yeah, Chase Global. So we have a logo for Chase Global, and I'm going to select. Now when you do that, it shows you this, and then you can skip cropping or you crop. So look at this. This is called your fave icon. Now fave icon is what appears on the site here, this tab. Like I said, it has changed immediately. If I remove this, it's gone. But if I put it back, it's going to show there. And then when I skip cropping and then I publish, when I publish and refresh this one, you see that the same thing, this one changes to that's my fave icon that I just updated here. Now it's still loading. You can see it has changed. So when you see things like Namecheap having that fave icon, Gmail having the fave icon, that's how we can customize the fave icon. Now just go back to all of this. There are ways that we can customize our menu, the widget, the homepage setting. Homepage setting, you can either have a static page or your latest post. So currently we have it as our latest post, so that anything that we post becomes our blog page, becomes where we have the first page. All right, so if we go back and cancel, so that's customization, how you customize. So widgets are extra features that helps you expand your site, right? And then widget, there are some basic widget you're going to see there. So basic widget we're going to see there, recent posts and all of that, recent comments, archive, and then category. So the next is menu. Now menu is this thing that appears on the top, right? So this is Shades Global Education, and then menu is what appears on the top here. Now this is where we control the menu. I'm going to create my menu because we don't have any menu at the moment. So I'm going to create my menu. So primary menu, just name it as create your first menu. So I'm going to name it as primary menu, and I'm going to make it automatically add all top to this and make it primary menu. So I'm going to create menu. Now if I refresh this, nothing changes, or it has gone, because I now have a primary menu. Now why does it happen like that? Because I have nothing here. Now if I go and add about us, contact us, and then the testimonial, and add it to menu, on the left hand side the pages, that's where you can do that. You can also add a post, right? You can also add a post. You can also add a custom link, maybe link to another website. You can also do that, and then you can also add a category. So let's say I want to add China, and I'm going to click on view all. I want to add China. I'm going to click on add to menu, but for now we're not going to do that, but that is how to add from category. So if I remove this and then I save, then go back to refresh, now you can see what we have here, and you can also arrange them in according to order how you want them to appear. Now if I want something to appear under here, and I want this one to appear under, more like a sub item, what you do is just to drag it to the right and it comes to the second. You can do that for the third one, and this one becomes a sub menu of the sub menu of about us. But let's have contact us show like this, and then I'm going to save, and let's see what happens. Now if I refresh this, you can see a drop down here, and drop down of about us now shows testimonial. So same thing that happens with mission titles here. All of this is the menu. Now under about us we have services we offer. This is a page, this is a page. Our work, we have programs, donate, get involved, we have partner, volunteer, resource, we have blogs, impact story, we have this. So that's how you create a sub category or a sub menu, right? By dragging them and then pulling them into the one above it, the parent menu. So I'm going to save this because I want them to stand alone. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and add one more page, which is my blog page. Right, let's just add the blog page as we continue. So I'm going to add my blog page, just call it blog. Alright, I'm going to publish. If I go back, alright, now I have go back to appearance and then menu. So I'm going to add my blog page that I just added now. So add to menu, remove, I have one already. So I want contact us to be the last there. So if I refresh this, now you can see about us, testimonial, blog, and then contact us. So that's how we create our menu. Now you can also have multiple menu in case you want to demonstrate or show different menu in different places by clicking on create a new menu here. Now theme file editor is the theme, what it comes with, the file editor. Now we sometimes do this to make some changes to the theme, but usually just leave it because the theme is already set up by Astra or whatever theme you are making use of. So this is the code that shows you what the theme you're using is. Now we go to plugins. Now plugins are extra features that helps you expand your site. Now that's what plugins are. Plugins are extra features that help you expand your site. Now for instance, when you want to make say you want to make contact us and you want people to fill in a form and all of that, WordPress natively don't have a form to fill or a form for you to fill, for your audience to fill. Now a plugin does that. Now there are many forms that you can make use of. There's WP form, there's Contact 7 form, there is Ninja form. There's just a lot, but all of them, they are called plugins. So also, if we have things like this, when you see donate, let's see donate. Now when we want to make payments and we're looking for how to donate to the site, now we can also integrate a payment system, which sometimes we can use Paystack, a number of them. So they can use Paystack, we can use Flutterwave, we can use Stripe or PayPal, depending on what you are building or what your business or your client needs. So that's plugins as well. Now, how do we add plugin? These are the installed plugins that I have here already. Now, how do we add plugin? Now, add plugin by clicking on add plugin, right? Or the one above here, the one above here, this one here. If I click on add plugin, now I want to add a very simple plugin. Let's say we want to add a plugin that can help us rank math for SEO. So let's say we want to install rank math for SEO. So you can see rank math. So these are all plugins. There are thousands and thousands of plugins. And how to install a plugin? You come and install plugin just the way you do for Teams. You install the plugin. Now once I install the plugin, it's going to show me to activate the plugin. And when I activate, now my plugin is now added to my list of plugins under installed plugins, and I can do more customization from there. Now I can see that's how to add a plugin. Now if I want to have a form so that when people come to contact us, they will see a form here. Now I'm going to do that by installing Fluent Forms add plugin. I'm going to make use of Fluent Forms. Fluent Forms. So this is Fluent Forms, and I'm going to install. And when I install, I'm going to activate. Alright, so now we are building up. Right now we are building up. Maybe one more we're going to install is Catch. Let's look for a Catch plugin that's going to help our site not to lag, that help us to. So let's use when you check, you can check their reviews, 7 million active installations, check if it's compatible with your version of WordPress, last updated, and all of that. So we have WP fastest catch, light speed catch. For now I'm going to go with light speed catch, which is already activated automatically by Namecheap. So if I go to installed, I'm going to see the light speed catch here. So this helps your site to reduce some things that makes your site to drag. Now with that, you can go ahead to add more plugins that can make your site more functional. And that's it about plugins. So now the others, they are users. Now for users shows you the people that are currently on your site. Now remember when we created this username when we are opening our WordPress, the admin, and then I can add a user by clicking on add user or go to add user. If I click on add user here, maybe I want to relegate responsibility to someone else. So the name is Kingsley. Let's say the name is Kingsley, so that the person can only make posts, and the email is required. I'm just going to choose something. First name Kingsley Michael. So password, you can generate the password for the person, or you just you create the person's password. Let's see, Kingsley at 1234 at 1234. All right, medium. I just like to make it be strong so that I know it's strong. And then there's the password. So when you share to the person will automatically be informed that via their email that they've been added to this WordPress, so that they can also make edits to this WordPress. So I'm going to add a user, but before you do that, yeah, send the new email and send the new user an email about their account here. So tick this to be on. Now the role, subscriber, there's contributor, there's author, there's editor, and there's also administrator. Now when we talk about administrator handles everything, just like I am doing now, because I created the account. I'm the administrator. Now editor, the author, the contributor, and then the subscriber, but I want to make him the author so that I can only add posts, right? So I'm going to add the user, and then when I add the user, so let's see, let's view. Now this is the user. Now let's see, we're going to log in as Kingsley and see what it looks like, right? So my username is Kingsley. Where's the username? Username is Kingsley. Now let's go to incognito and sharesglobal.site. Now if I go to incognito and then I go to the back end /wp admin, And of course, sometimes your site is going to show not secured because it takes some time for the SSL to propagate. SSL is the security protocol for your site. So Kingsley, then I'm going to paste the password here, password Michael, and then I log in. Now you can see what Kingsley sees is quite different from what I see as the admin. Now only thing Kingsley sees is the post, the media, the comments, and that's all, profile and tools. But what the admin sees is more comprehensive. Now this changes as you change the role of Kingsley. So let's say once changing from author to just an editor, update this user. So you as the admin, you have more control over the site than a contributor. Now if I update it, let's see what changes. The tools, he's now having access to the tools. Now if I make him just a subscriber, just someone that comes on the site, it's literally going to have very few things to do on the site because he can't contribute, he cannot edit, and he can't do anything, just the profile and then the dashboard, that's all. Now that's how you add new users to your site. Now when you go to profile, you're going to see your own profile, right? You're going to see your own profile. The name is admin, and then the nickname and all of that, the email address. Your image can be changed from here using Gravatar and all of that. Now if you go to tools, the next one is tools. Tools now shows you things like available tools, imports, when you want to import, right? These are just basic. Export site health, export personal data, erase personal data, and all of that. Then settings, go to general for settings. Now this shows you your site name. Now remember when we're trying to create it using when we're trying to install WordPress, we had the site name and then the tagline. We can also change that from here. She's Global Educational Services. So let's see, services. This is the official site. The site icon you can also change from here, and the URL, the member, anyone can register new. This is just general. You can set your time zone here, set your language here, date format, how you want the date to appear. Now if I save these changes and then I refresh this, let's see, all I've done is now saved. It now appears as Shares Global Educational Services. Now if you go to writing shows you some settings that you can make. So default post category, default, which one should be there in case I don't set anything. That's what it's telling you. Post via login name and all of that. If I go to reading, you see a few things there, just a few things. Your homepage displays your latest post. Now if I want it to be a static post, I can make it static page, and then I choose my homepage. I don't have homepage yet because I can create one from here by creating home, and then my post page becomes my blog page in case I want to change this. So for mission titles, his homepage is not the posting page. The posting page is a static page. This is a static page, and then the blog is a different page. Is a different page. So this is the posting page, while this is the home page and the static page. So that's what it's showing you there or telling you there. Now if I go back to this place, so I can make my latest posts or make it a static page for my home page, and blog page show at most 10. So when you go to your blog and you see a number of sites here, and you see a number of blogs, they're showing you what's the maximum that can be displayed here, so they can create more pages, and that's what shows there. So for each post in the field, include full text and excerpts. So you can choose to include the full text or the excerpts. Now this search engine visibility, this discourage search engine from indexing this site. This is discouraged. Don't click on this, because if you do, it's going to affect your SEO badly. Your site is not going to be presented on the internet properly. So leave it just the way it is and unchecked, and then you save changes. Now discussions shows you different things, how people can comment on your site. So comments must fill out their name and email. Now, if you do this, it's going to be compulsory for them to fill out their name and their email before they leave a comment. So comment pagination and email me whenever someone makes a comment. So you can make all of those settings here. And then the next one is media. Now how do you want your media to appear? It's showing you the thumbnail size 150 by 150, the medium size. You can make all of those changes here. Large size, uploading files, or organize my uploads into month and year based folders. Now permalinks are very important. Now permalinks is what shows up here. So if I go to this place and then I just click on the home page, it shows you Shares Global Shares Global Edu.site. Now this is the permalink. This is the home page link. Now if I go to plain, you can see some instance here, Shares Global Edu.site slash p, and this is not very user friendly, so we don't use this. Day and name. It shows you the site first, the date it was posted, and then the sample. So it shows you the date first before it now shows you the sample post they're trying to make. Month and name. So usually just go for the post name. It's user friendly. So after the custom structure, the post name. So whatever it is, whether it's the page or the post, so that if I save these changes and then I click to refresh this permalink, if I go to the home, it shows me without any extension. If I click on about us, it now shows me slash about us. If I click on testimonial, it shows me slash testimonial. So there's nothing in between the site name and then the extension. Blog, the same thing. Now that's for permalinks, and that's how we set permalinks. So I go to privacy. Privacy is basically some things that you just read up. The privacy policy, and then the light speed cache. Now the light speed cache is, this is already enabled and this is enabled. So this is to help your site be fast, to help you clear unused resources on your site. And for any plugin you install here, is going to show on display. So we installed rank math, and rank math is showing here at the moment. So rank math SEO is where we now configure rank math. In another video, we'll be doing how to optimize your blog website SEO using rank math. So for now that I'll finish showing all of this, we want to install a template, right? A starter template, so that we're not going to have our website just bare like this. We want to have something for our website. So let's see. If I go to appearance, right, and then this is my theme. So let's just look for a free starter templates that we can use, and there's a video I've made about starter templates, the one to use, and you're going to find the link up there. So if I click on plugins, I want to go to starter templates. So let's go starter templates. So starter templates. So this is the one we're looking for, starter templates, and AI powered template for Elementor and Gutenberg. So we're going to be using Elementor to build this. So Elementor is a page builder. Now there are a number of them, but Elementor is a page builder, very easy to customize as well. Now this is going to be installing, and when it's done installing, basically like all others, right, is the theme. You have to install the theme before you activate. You have to install the plugin before you activate it. And then if I click to activate, I'm going to see the different starter templates that I have. So it's loading. You can choose the AI builder. It's a new feature being tested out by starter templates, and it's going to more like generate a website for you, giving the name, what the website is for, you fill in all of the information, you describe it, and then it's going to generate something for you. For now, they're still getting better at making the site very professional. So we're just going to go with the one that we have on the right hand side. Build classic starter template. So if I click on build with template, I want to build with Elementor page builder, and then I'm going to see maybe later. So these are different this thing that I can use. So let's see, these are different templates that I have available, right, that I can use. Some are premium, some are paid for. So this is a premium template. Construction company is a premium template, and so instead of having it bare like this, right, so this is what a template looks like. It just gives you the site, and then you can now customize by changing the color, changing the typography, changing the wordings and all of that to fit your brand or what you're trying to create. So if I click on what type of website is an educational service, let's see if they have something like that. So if they don't have, I'm going to look for the closest. So let's see if they have travel. travel, and let's see if they have travel agents. So this travel and tourism, but this is not exactly what I'm looking for, right? But for the sake of this video, just use one of them. But the video I've made about templates, there are places you can get templates online paid. There's Envato, there's also Team Forest. So you can look out there for the particular team that you're looking for. So for this site, I'm just going to use any one. So let's say we want to use So for this site, we're going to use this and then customize to what we want, earthly elegance, and then customize to what we want it to be. It's going to load up, and here you can make the changes that you want to make to the font, make the changes to the color. So the brand color for Shades Global is blue, so I'm going to use blue here, and I'm going to continue. This is the font that we have going to, but I think I like this, so we just continue to install page builder, SEO. All of these are plugins that we can handle later on. So I'm going to continue, putting your first name is done, putting your work email. I am expert or intermediate, anyone you put, my client. I understand, let's go. So I'm going to submit and then build my website. Now this will take some time to build, and just some time to build, and then we'll see what the new website looks like. So what is like this is going to change radically. So let's just give some time to finish loading, and then we get back to it. Alright, so now it's at 90%, and then in a few seconds it's going to be done installing our WordPress starter template, so that we can now begin to customize from there. So just 90%, and then we have it live. So it took around 41 seconds to build, and it's showing you that your site is now active. So if I refresh this, it's going to take up a new look. All of this is going to change. Now all of this is going to change. Sometimes you can find them scattered a little. Get started. We can always adjust this in the customize session. So this is now what our new site looks like. So this is pretty okay to start with. Now for this, let's fix this. So when you see something like this, you know is the header, and where we get the header from is from the customize. So go to the back end, and then I'm going to cancel this. Let's quickly fix that. I'm going to cancel this and then go to, let's see what the appearance is, the menu. Now seems to be conflicting menus. So the menu that was brought from the template conflicted with the one that we had already. So I'm going to remove some of them. Let's say we don't need you ready, and then we have contact us. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's save this menu and see if it's fixed. If I refresh this, now you can see that our header is now fixed, because it's showing a lot of menus, so you have to compress the action button. So with this, we have our site to start customizing. Very great way to begin your site. So with this, we have our site to start customizing. Now, how do you customize the site? Let's go to testimonial and see what shows up there. It's going to show up empty, but now we have a footer. Unlike before, but now we have a footer. About us, empty, but now we have something about us that came from the starter templates. So now we have the blog, but the blog is just going to show this. Now remember, we've not set it up from here. So if we go to appearance, we go to customize to change what our blog site shows, right? So we can have it as the main, as the page that shows our blog posts. So go to customize and then go to homepage settings. So now you can see your WordPress, your homepage displays a static page, and then I'm going to set the blog page here to be the blog. Then when I do that, I'm going to publish. So when I publish, all of the blog posts that I've made is going to show on my blog page. If I refresh this, now you see all of the blog posts that I've made now reflect or shows here, right? So this is what it looks like. Why traveling abroad for your school is important. So if I go back to the home, so these are now the pages. This is now my call to action button, and then I can start to customize. Now we'll just do a little customization, and then we'll call it a wrap for this video. So you've looked at how to get your domain name, how to get your hosting, how to install WordPress, and also the overview of WordPress backend. And now you've seen how to install a starter template to your website so you can start building. What we want to do now is to customize a little customization. Now we talked about page builders, and we're going to be using Elementor for this page builder. Now if we click on edit page above here, or the second way you can do that is by going to your back end, right? Going to your back end and then go to pages. When you go to pages, you look for your home page, this one here, and then click on edit. So the same thing happens when you click on that or this one. Now already, because we came with the starter templates, all of this now shows Elementor is a plugin, right? WP form is a plugin, so it now shows you that Elementor is now installed already automatically because we brought in a starter template. If I click to edit with Elementor, it's going to bring out a page where I can now do the copy, the drag, the drop, the editing with words and all of that. So just give some time to load. So now that we have it loaded, we can this is talking about some AI features, so skip for now. Now you can see the structure. This shows you the structure. You can make edits to this. We are the number one. We're the top educational service providers for student travel. Now with this, you can also change the typography, change the size. So let's say I want to use 36. 36 is too small. Let's say I want to use 58, and we can also increase that, maybe 70. All right, and then this is what we have for. So already we have this. So you see how easy it is to customize. And then for the image, we can just go and then change this image to something else. If we have an image already, we can change to something else. And then the starter templates also comes with all of its media files, so you can see some of the media files it imports. So starter templates helps to make your life easier. So you can just change this image to the image that you have. And of course, with the rise of ChatGPT, you can now create content, generate all of this content. Just give it the context for what you want to build. I'm trying to build a website for a travel agency. I'm trying to build a website for educational service. I'm trying to build a website for an e-commerce. Just generate all of this content for you. Now when you are done, you publish. Now when you publish, and I go back to the main website, let's say I go back to the main website, I can see what was there before has now changed. That easy has now changed. So that easy, and you can keep building and customizing, right? You can keep building, customizing your text, customizing it to what you want, adding new section, duplicating a section if you want to duplicate a section. We've done another video on Elementor, introduction to Elementor, how to make use of Elementor. And then this is duplicating, changing this text, changing the images, and choose your image and all of that. So with that, we come to the wrap of this video. So this is how to get started in WordPress, even as a beginner just starting out with WordPress. So thank you for staying to the end of this video, and I hope this video was very helpful and valuable to you. Please like and subscribe, and also leave me a comment so I can get your feedback and then make improvements to the content of these videos. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.